Perfect. Well, while Melina is doing that, go ahead and get started. So if am I muted now?
Yep, that was totally me. Yep, hold on. I'm sorry.
That was silly.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No.
So I'm going to mute all, Caitlin, then you need to unmute yourself.
Okay. Perfect. Am I good?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, so if you guys don't know me, I'm Caitlin Deja, and previously I had run with my buddies Melina, who is on here too, and Tori, and a few others. We ran a previous challenge. We did the Show Up for Summer challenges, rounds 1 and 2, which were super, super fun. And so we're really looking to do another one and do an awesome fall challenge. So I'm going to share my screen. See if this works. Okay, there we go. Can you guys just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Yes, okay, sweet. If at any point that it gets wonky, let me know. And okay, so here's the gist of it. So it's going to be titled Fall Back into Those Skinny Jeans. Now, I hope that isn't a deceiving title, like this is just for women. This is definitely for guys too. But like I said, this is going to be a challenge that we haven't really done before. It's going to be a lot more intense in some ways than we have previously, but it's also for good reason, just because, like I said, in previous challenges that we've done, while they've been awesome, we've also had some people who weren't really sure why they were in there or what was going on. So we think with, some of this, maybe that'll make this a little more consistent and keep everybody on the same page. So bear with me. Once I get to the end, if there's any questions, jump out at me. We can skip back around, but I just want to get the gist of it to you guys, and then we can go from there. Okay, so like I said, what is this? It's instead of a 4-week challenge, this is an 8-week challenge. So this is going to get you from the beginning of fall right up until the holidays. So this is going to get you right before Thanksgiving, which is perfect because we didn't want to run 2 challenges right on a row. We were like, why don't we just do one big one? And I was like, I don't know, Melina, why don't we? So here you go. So this will take us right up into the holidays, which is just going to be perfect for so many people, because I know that's the point in our businesses where we struggle a lot to get people to want to focus on nutrition, right? It's a time where people are like, I don't want to pay the money for this. I want to eat all of the Christmas cookies and stuff. So this will get you right up until that point. But like I said, a little more intense. That's okay. So what you need to be a part of this, what you need to do to be a part of this, and your people as well. So be on the Zoom. You are already doing that. Woo. So you're part of the way there. You also need to send in a screenshot of your enrollment into the IsaBody Challenge, or a little screenshot that you are currently enrolled. So right now I am currently in an IsaBody Challenge. So you can just take a screenshot to show us that you are within one at this point. You can also be in Healthy Mind and Body. That is totally awesome. We totally encourage that. But IsaBody Challenge would be ideal, because that is, the one with the before and after pictures, that's going to get people continuing using the products, getting those coupons, getting that $200. And we all know that really keeps people going for longer than just the 30 days. And that would be the point of this challenge as well. Also, number 3 is you need to send in a picture of your personal supplies for the next 30 days, or your little order. So once you get a confirmation email saying like, oh, you ordered, blah, 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 and all of these things, I want a screenshot of that. So you can, even if it's not all of the products that you need in that screenshot, you can send us a screenshot and a picture of your cupboard. Use your common sense with that. We just want to get a general gist that you have everything that you need to complete at least the first 30 days. And then we'll check in again for the following 30 days halfway through that to make sure that everybody is set up on their auto ship. Now, I can understand, and I'm sure you can too, that because of these three things, that's probably going to make this group pretty small. And I understand that. Melina does. I mean, Tori does too. But it's just one of those things that in order for us to expect our people to be super committed, we need to be super committed. To expect your people to continue using products and continue, being products of the products and potentially sharing them, you need to be as committed with that too. So with that being said, all of the above that I just stated must be completed by September 19th to be ready for our following Monday start date. So that means that products need to be ordered and your team members need to be added. So I'll explain more of that in just a second. So if I haven't scared you off yet, like I said, yes, this is definitely intense, but wanting to attract like-minded people, wanting to attract sharers, wanting to attract people who are going to stick around for longer than just a 30-day period or return their products. I want people that are committed, and I know you guys do too. So that's definitely the point of that. So if you are ready for some more information, what's going to happen after this? If you are committed to all of these things, then we're going to create a leaders only thread. Oh, that's weird, Melina. You just texted me that you're on now. Huh? Okay, we're going to create a leaders only thread, which will be on Facebook. So it'll kind of be like the Freedom Riders thread or any of those. And so within that thread, we will add all of you leaders who want to be in there. So if you follow me so far, awesome. And so within that, I can't tell if there's, yes, we will be doing, Lindsay, we will be doing the 48-hour cleanses too. So I can go back to that in just a second. So we'll be creating that thread so that we can communicate in there with one another. And then what's going to happen with sending in those pictures, with sending in all of that information that I listed on that previous slide, which I think was slide 3, we can communicate in there through an Excel spreadsheet. So we can go through, and Kaylin will be listed in there, Tori, Melina, Stephanie, everybody, and it'll say, have you committed to the IsaBody challenge? Have you sent in your pictures? All of those things. So you can go through and check those off and add your own people's names onto there of who you are adding. So I don't need someone who Tori is adding to the challenge for that person to send me their information. They can just send it to Tori. That's totally fine. I trust that. But what I don't want is us adding people and saying, oh, my friend Jimmy said they were going to send in their product picture, and then they'll do it after they do this or whatever. No. In order to be added to this, they need to complete all of those things too, just like you do. And then you can go in through that spreadsheet, which will be shared in that thread, and then you can go in and check off those things too. So I will share that in the thread once you're added to that. One other factor of this too is that unless you are completely committed to this challenge and all of those 3 things that I talked about, if you are committed to those 3 things, then you may definitely talk about this on your personal pages, wherever. Say that you're committed, say that you want, you're looking for accountability partners, all of that. But I'm not trying to be goofy, but if you don't do all of those things and you're posting about it, it's not cool. Please don't do that, because I don't, like I said, we want people within this challenge that are committed. And if you're not committed and you're posting about it and wanting other people to be committed, that just makes us look ridiculous. So please don't do that. Only if you are completely committed. And just a small disclaimer, it's okay if you're not. Like, if this is not the time for you right now, if you just, it's a goofy time in your life and you're not feeling like you can be fully committed to it, that's okay. But really just, take a couple days or so if you really need to, and just really think if this is right for you right now, if you can really commit to 8 weeks of this. So I know it's intense, and I know there's a lot of factors to it, and it's kind of confusing, but I think it'll be worth it, especially if, we only end up having a couple people. That's a couple people that are now intense product of the products, and very, very passionate about sharing out to, and that's worth it to me. So in going back to the question that Lindsay had before, yes, we will definitely have group cleanses and all of that accountability still. So we'll figure out who's leading each of those again, and we'll also figure out the prizes too. What I'd love from those of you who are committed to this within that leaders thread is if a few of us could commit to doing a prize or so. If we could each do at least one, that would be really nice, and that would just help take the pressure off of some things and the organization of it and everything. So we can figure that out once we get the thread going and everything, and figure out how many of us leaders are actually going to be committed to it. But yes, there will be group cleanses. We'll do 4 48-hour cleanses then, because there will be 2 per 30-day periods. Did I say that right? Yes. So just FYI, but you can worry about that in your next auto ship following that. Just like I said, that picture of your first 30 days, those 30 days of supplies is what's needed. So let me skip to the end. Dare I ask if there are any questions? You can unmute yourselves too.
Hey, you want me to unmute everybody?
Yeah, that's fine. Unless you have like crazy background noise, then mute yourself.
Well, then I won't. If people want to, yeah, then I won't. That's a good idea. I won't.
Anybody?
I do have a question. I just want to confirm. So obviously we have to be in the challenge and do that, but then like each person that we bring from our team needs to be as well, right? That's for everyone, not just us.
Can you repeat the question again? You broke out.
Yeah.
For me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
So every single person from our team that wants to be in the challenge has to be in the IsaBody challenge.
Correct.
Okay, it's not just us.
Yes. So that goes for everybody. So yes, good question. Anybody else?
So Caitlin, you're cool with, I mean, obviously if we use our discretion, obviously if we enroll somebody for this, somebody enrolls specifically for this challenge, we can simply add them.
Yes. So
okay.
Add them, but I definitely do want to trust with everybody in this that you have them committed to those 3 things.
Okay.
So yes. So like I said before, the issue that we had in the previous challenges was that there were quite a few people. Like there was one challenge, we had almost 300 people in it. And granted, there was some great interaction in there, but there were quite a few people that would message me or even post within the page and be like, why am I in here? I have no idea why I'm in this challenge. Like, don't know what this is, don't know what's going on. And I was like, great. So yeah, let's just make sure that we're communicating that.
I can completely attest. I mean, Caitlin, the integrity of the challenges that you've run in the past, I mean, we've gotten amazing feedback. So I appreciate what you're expecting of us for sure. I think that's totally fair.
Thank you.
So I think
I think it'll be good. And like I said, it's a lot. I know it's a lot, and it's a lot for me too, but I know if it wasn't, then we wouldn't do it.
Right. But I mean, it's just getting your 30-day system and being enrolled in the IsaBody challenge.
Yeah, essentially. Yes.
That's not a lot.
No.
I mean, I don't think.
Yeah. And I know, I mean, it sounds intimidating with the pictures and everything, but if you're doing it anyway, it's not a big deal. So yeah, you're right. So.
Right.
Any other questions?
And you want people to send the pictures to you or to me, or how do you want to manage that?
So if they'd, any of the leaders in here, if you would like to send them within the thread, that would be awesome that we set up. So if you'd like to do that, and you can message myself or Melina personally and say if you are in and you are wanting in on this, then either of us will add you to that leadership thread. We'll add you on there, and then you could submit your pictures, everything on there. Now, like I said, if Tori, for example, brings somebody in and enrolls a person who wants to be a part of this challenge, her person doesn't need to send their pictures to me. They can just send that information and have that accountability with Tori. I trust that communication is going to be there.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, okay, perfect. And then, like I said, that Excel spreadsheet link will also be posted in our leadership thread for this. And then you can go in there if you'd like to keep track of like who you've added, all of those things. That'd be great too, just so that we know there's not, my Aunt Susie said that she wanted all in on this challenge. You add her to the challenge page on Facebook, and then she's not ordering or didn't order the right amount of stuff or just ordered the shakes because why can't I just do the shakes?
So talk, can you clarify the Excel spreadsheet? Like where would somebody find that?
You will find that in the leadership thread, which will be in the Fall Back Into Those Skinny Jeans challenge thread, which will be on Facebook. So once you message myself.
Hold on. Caitlin, do you want me to stop sharing the screen so we can talk this out?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me stop. There we go.
You. Yeah.
Woo. Okay. So what was I? Oh, so once you have messaged myself or Melina and said, I am all in, I want in on this challenge, and that's awesome, then one of us will add you to the Fall Back Into Those Skinny Jeans challenge thread, which will be on Facebook. We'll add you into that. The Excel link will be posted. It'll be a Google Sheets link, and you can go in there. Anybody can add to it and type in their person's name, any of that stuff, and check off the boxes of what they have. I also think that'll be great so that we aren't touching on the same people too. So we can just keep track of like who's in the page and who's already, figured out who's going to be in it and stuff, and then we're all set. So does that make sense? Does that answer your question too?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I just want to make sure it makes sense to everybody else. Does anybody have any questions?
I probably will when I see the spreadsheet because I'd have no idea what to do with them. So
it's literally like just everybody can type on it. So Lindsay, like you would just be like Lindsay and then type your people's names under your name.
Gotcha.
It's pretty simple.
Yes.
I have a question too.
Yeah.
So as far as like products for us and stuff like that, like if we're not doing this for, we're not like on a weight loss journey at all, like 8 days, me cleansing 8 days is like, that's a lot over 60. So over the 60 days. So like it's kind of a silly question, but how do we feel about that?
So are you saying you aren't cleansing then? Is that what you mean?
Well, I would, but I mean, I really wouldn't want to do 8 days of cleansing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, that's totally fine. So okay. Then, everybody has different goals and different mindsets and all that stuff. So, no. I'm definitely not expecting
that. As a group, we'll be putting together.
And we still have, a lot of nursing mamas out there or, pregnant mamas or all of those things where, some people may not be cleansing and they may be focused on different goals. But as long as we just identify that and, you can identify that in the spreadsheet or just, take a mental note of that so that you are checking in with them still, even though they're not cleansing and that, you're keeping them accountable still in other ways.
Gotcha.
Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Sweet.
And there will be people leading up the 48-hour cleanses, right, Caitlin?
Correct.
Do we know who those people are yet, or we're just going to decide that in the leader thread?
If Tori wants to do it again with me. She nodded her head yes, so yes.
Okay.
Okay. Tori and I will lead up the group cleanses again. But, if there are any volunteers and you have a burning desire in your heart to do it, message me and more than welcome to. But I just felt like the poll worked so well before, so there will definitely be like a poll-like thing again to go through. And then, like I said, Lindsay, those people can identify, I'm not cleansing because I'm breastfeeding, or I'm not cleansing because I just have different goals or whatever, just so we can identify who's doing what. And like I said, there's not, 150 people within our page that aren't responding to the poll, and we have no idea what they're doing.
Okay. So. I have another clarifying question.
Yeah.
Comment. Okay. So if you're on this Zoom, and Caitlin, just correct me as I'm talking. If you're on this Zoom and like this whole leadership thing is not pulling at your heart, that's okay, right, Caitlin?
Yes,
So
100%.
if someone is on this Zoom and they're not like, okay, I want to be like in the leadership thread, but I still want to be in the challenge, they can just send you their IsoBody challenge evidence and their 30-day product evidence, and they'll still be in the challenge, but they're just going to be in it.
Yes, 100%. I actually didn't even think to say it like that, but you said it much better than I did. So, yes.
Thanks.
What if you're not in the leadership thread, but you want to put people in it?
That's okay.
So, like you, for example, if you did not want to be in the leadership thread, but you wanted to add people in it, is that what you're asking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I guess I would wonder, I guess, why you wouldn't want to go through like with the group and just have that information, I guess. But
I don't know how we would manage that.
Yeah, I think it would get really confusing really fast of like how different leaders are reaching out, and that would get really confusing. But I could see, like anybody who is on this Zoom, if you had a potential builder who was like, yes, I want in on this or whatever, you don't have to go through adding them to our leadership thread and going through all of that and walking them through the spreadsheet. Do not worry about that at all. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And I think it's fair to say that like we have an idea of how this is going to roll, but I mean, there's going to be things that we deal with, just like tonight, how we decided to, ultimately record it because some people were working and they want to be part of this. And then, like if you have somebody that you enroll and they're like, yeah, I want to do this challenge, I will totally post about it on my page. I mean, tell them, yeah, totally, like post about it on their page. And if they get a lot of energy, then you as that leader, it's your job to kind of help them manage those people.
Correct.
So, yeah, that's good. Work with them to help them orchestrate it the correct way because we know the foundation of it.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
And like, this is just, it's such a, Caitlin, I need to give you mad props. Like, this is just something that is like, to do challenges with integrity and to have that vibe just kind of flow through the team. And when people come in and they get enrolled in a challenge like this, they stick around. Like, they really do. It's like, it's not like they get thrown in a group and there's no energy. It's like they get put in a legit, like, it's like IsoBody challenge. Like, this is how we roll, and they don't, it's good. It's good. So good.
Well, and it's like the statistics, they don't lie with the IsoBody challenge. People stick around for substantially longer and potentially become sharers when they enroll in that and when they stick around for a longer time. Don't lie, the first time you got that $200 coupon, you were like, yes, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I just got this for, enrolling in an accountability thing. That's ridiculous. So it's like, why not use that to our advantage and use that in a challenge even more so?
All right. So I'm going to actually just start this thread right now. And if you guys are on here, you can let us know.
Yeah, and then we can add you.
If you know for sure,
But like we said, though, if you're not sure, it's okay. I am not going to judge you at all. Like, you can be not sure. That's okay. So, just like I said, you figure out if that works for your schedule right now, and then
what are we calling it? Fall back into your skinny jeans?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Pass. Sandy, did you have a question? I don't know how to answer your raised hand. You can just unmute yourself, girl.
Oh, you can't hear me.
Oh, no.
I did.
Now I can. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, good. All right, so I have a couple people that just signed on. They got into the IsoBody challenge. They've got their product on order. It'd be good to get them in there to let them participate in the cleanse days just to set a good pattern.
I don't know.
Oh. Sandy, we can't hear you.
No, you're breaking up a lot.
Just a question.
There we go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move a little bit more. So if we get everybody in there, they do the 30 days and they decide not to reorder, they drop out. What are we going to do with those people?
I would definitely say then, I mean, they got to be out of the challenge then. Then if you're not committed to reordering a second round then, and that's okay, that might happen. I mean,
Right.
but I don't think the likelihood of that happening will be very high if people are enrolled in the IsaBody Challenge and doing all of the things that they need to be doing, and staying committed with you through setting up their auto ship, understanding that this is a 60-day commitment. This is not a 30-day commitment. So, but like I said, with every challenge, I have found out that things just happen that I don't expect. And sometimes it ends up being really cool. Sometimes it ends up being something that we just learn from and try to adapt for the next one. So that may happen. But I will say I don't think the likelihood of it will be as high because of those people enrolling in the IsaBody Challenge. And really, if you are emphasizing on your part too, that this isn't just a 30 days that you're committing to in this challenge, you're committing to 60. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. It's just that I have some girls that haven't received their product yet. So they haven't even tasted the shakes, you know?
Yeah. Oh, no, totally. But I think if they're wanting to be a part of this challenge and you're wanting to guide them in that, just, I think, and feel free to add them in a three-way message with myself or Melina, or, I mean, really any of us. And I'd be more than happy to express that too, the commitment level for this and where we're looking to take that.
And then what's the start date? What's the official start date on this challenge? The 20.
Let me go back because I want to say the right thing. Why can't I find my exact days? Okay, it is September 24th through November 16th.
Okay, and then when we want to start posting about this? Probably 2 weeks prior or a week and a half prior, or we'll decide that in a leadership thread.
I mean, really, as soon as you are committed, you can start posting whenever you want. I mean, because that'll give you plenty of time before the cutoff.
Right. Well,
and the cutoff being September. I don't know why I said November. September 19th.
Okay. And Sandy, to kind of piggyback off of what Caitlin was saying, you know, with your people, this is a great thing to talk to them about, and just explain to them what we have going on, and like Caitlin said, putting them in a message, and I mean, just the commitment level on it, but that there's a post in the HIA page that could help big time too. Is that 14? What did I expect in the first 14 days?
For sure,
they deserve to be tagged in that, or yeah.
Yes. And one more thing I'm not sure that I mentioned is, hopefully it comes off from this information that we've talked about too, is that if you are a part of this this challenge and this group as a leader, and you're doing all of these things and asking people to join you and adding them into this, and they're getting started too, please be active in this too. And because if you aren't, they certainly aren't going to do anything either. So be sure that you're commenting and posting and doing all those things, and just keeping the page as active as possible once the challenge does start. And we can talk about that once it gets closer. But I think, again, that's what made the other challenges so successful, is that the interaction, the activity was just on fire all the time. And yes, so if we can keep that up, and then you guys are active in it too, we're going to be just awesome. This is going to be awesome. I'm really excited. So, do you have any other questions? There are no stupid questions.
Nope.
I ask a lot of stupid questions.
I think it's good.
No? Okay. Well, awesome. Well, like I said, I mean, message myself or Melina if you're ready and you're committed, but you can take your time if you want to think about it. So, yes, but other than that, we are excited. And then, Melina, you have this recording then so that if there were people that were interested and were at work or whatever, then she's got that. And then.
Yep, and I'll put that in the leadership thread. That's where this recording can go. So if you guys want to be in that, just let us know. And I already have it put together, and I will put together a script, and I have pictures, and I mean, we got the posts. I mean, we got you guys. That's good.
That is 100% Melina's strength. I can't I can't do the post. I just don't get it. I'm like, fall challenge. These are my skinny jeans. Leaf.
It's good. It's good. These challenges are great to grow your business, guys, and this is just going into the holidays when it gets a little bit slower. This is a good time to, plug in and do this. So let us know. And
yeah. Well, and I think it's great too. I mean, for when people get into that holiday funk of like, it's not just Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's like people are literally on like a 2-month bender of just eating crap. And so it might, I've fallen into that before too. So this will keep us all accountable. I'm super excited.
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing. Caitlin, thank you.
Yes. Thank you guys for hopping on. I so appreciate you all taking the time. Thank you so much for being committed to this.
Yeah, it was good. So good.
Thank you, girl. Awesome.
Bye. Naked children. No, I'm just kidding.
Crazy.
All right, cool. Woo!
Her the whole time. All they wanted to do is talk to you and tell you how beautiful you were.
All right, cool. Okay, so I'm going to start.